Welcome to Louisiana Heartbeats. I'm Sudie Landry, your host, and today I have a special guest. I wanted to put some young blood in front of this camera. And with us, we have Mark Kedrick, known to everyone who knows him by the name of Pop. His last name is Durrell.
Durrell.
Okay. And this is a young man who's very, very busy in so many different areas. He not only has shows of his own here on the Acadiana Open Channel, but he's active in the community. And I'll let him share a little bit about that. But first of all, thank you for taking time to be on this show.
Well, thank you for having me on your show.
Yeah, and let's talk about you. Let's talk about who you are. Like, what school do you attend? What kind of things do you like?
Well, I am 17 years old. I attend Lafayette High School. This coming year, I'm going to be a senior, and I'm happy about that. I like doing outside activities. Like, I like helping other people. If I can help them, I don't mind helping them. That's just me.
You know, I think we're at the right place and we have met the right people because we all like helping people who need help. And it's not only do we help people with the Acadiana Channel by having different shows, but we also help ourselves, you know, fill up that time. Understand that you have a show too, or maybe more than one show here at Acadiana Open Channel. Let's talk about your show.
Well, I do have one show, and it's titled What's Hot with Pop. I try to do it every Tuesday night at 5 o'clock. I'm looking for guests, so if you want to be a guest, you could hit me up on the email shown on above, or you can Facebook me, and we can connect. But I am looking for guests.
Well, if you're looking for guests, let's let them know what kind of guests you're looking for and what you're going to be talking about, man.
Anything. Well, my last show, I had a 5-year-old, and we spoke French on the show. She was in the French immersion program.
Wow.
So any guest can, I'm looking for any guest, like young and old.
So you don't have any particular topic. You just pretty well find out who they are and talk about them.
And talk about them, yes.
Well, you and I have about the same idea. We don't know what we're going to do until we get them in front of the camera.
Until we get in front of the camera, yep.
So that means that you can make a show out of anything.
Out of anything.
Well, you know what? People like to talk and people like to listen, and so this is a good place to be. I'm learning the more I hang around our special executive, administrative secretary, whatever her name is, as far as her titles, but we know and we love her, Deborah Duyon. And this young man has also become kind of part of the staff here at Acadiana Open Channel, helping file and do different things like that, right? So you come in after school and you help? And
yes, ma'am. When I first started, I was in the, I want to say the 5th grade. I was coming and I was volunteering, helping. And I stuck with the program, and so they was like, well, you might as well become an intern. And that's why I'm the intern for right now.
Well, let's talk about this program you stuck with. What was it, some kind of program going on at AOC?
It was the summer camp, the summer camp that they held.
Okay.
Ms. Linda Williamson turned us on to it. And we had our own little crew, like the 5-star crew.
Yeah.
And from the 5-star crew, like I'm the only one left, and that just stuck with me.
And that's another too, lady that we all love and adore, and she had some great ideas. And at the time, I remember something about the crew. And all this time, I've been talking to you and didn't even know you were part of that crew.
Yes, ma'am.
Well, she is going to be revamping that show too, and I'm sure she'll be needing you in the future. So, how can young people get active and become a part of AOC? Is it only through the programs, or is there stuff that they can come here as a volunteer?
It's stuff they could do here as a volunteer. Like on Mondays, they have the music program for 12 to 18. And that's like a different class every Monday showing them different things throughout AOC. Okay,
now some of these classes are free?
The music program classes are always free.
Okay, well, listen to that, Acadiana young people. If you're bored during the summer, this is a good place to come and look up this guy. He'll keep you busy. Okay, as far as your shows and all this kind of stuff, so how often does your show play and what channel and what time?
Well, I try to air it once a week. If I could do it once a week, it'll be about 6:30, 7 o'clock. Give people time to get home from work and sit down and watch it. Let them know what I feel and how I look at these topics I go through.
And meanwhile, like you said earlier, they can also maybe friend you on Facebook. And they can ask questions there.
Questions, yeah.
And you can respond that way also. Okay, well, let's talk about some of the outside activities. I understand, and I missed it. I have a celebrity sitting at this table. I'm excited. I did not know that we have the young Mr. MLK, crowned king of 2015, sitting at this table. I'm one of the last people to get you on my show. I saw you on TV, and that's something.
Yeah.
Congratulations, personally.
Thank you, ma'am.
And I saw a little bit of the tape where you had to perform and things like that. I enjoyed that very much. Also on Facebook, I think it was posted. And so, therefore, Facebook is a good place, and so is the Acadiana Open Channel. You know, and so I like doing that. So tell us a little bit, any results so far? I mean, I know you enjoyed that trip, and I know you wrote an essay about it also.
Well, doing the Martin Luther King pageant, it showed me on how to become a better friend to other people. Like, this was my 4th year doing it, and all 4 years I won. Well, last year I didn't win. I came first runner-up. But the last 3 years I was crowned preteen, teen, now the King Martin Luther King. So it was a privilege for me to hold all 3 titles throughout my lifestyle. We went to Selma, Alabama this year for the 50th celebration of the Bloody Sunday March. That was amazing. Like, you cried for some of the things, but it was also overwhelming because you could have tell your friend that you was there for the 50th anniversary of that Bloody Sunday March.
You know, I had the pleasure of you sharing with me your essay, and I'll tell you what, honestly, Pop, more people need to read that essay. And after everything's done with it that needs to be done with it, I really would love to see that in a newspaper or even read here on the Acadiana Open Channel. I think everybody needs to walk through that, what you wrote, because only then will they truly understand why so many people are still fighting so hard for their rights. And it makes me also understand, too, that, you know, people say, I understand, no. Unless someone's been through it, they don't understand. But you know what? If we all kind of get together and we want to inform ourselves and really be open-minded. After I read this young man's essay, I'm like, oh my gosh, more people need to hear the true story. Now, what better yet than be a part of some event and someone like you that's going to share. So, I don't know, did you enter that essay contest yet?
I did, and we're going to find out the results on Friday night for the Juneteenth pageant. That's another pageant that they put on in celebration of the civil rights, because they celebrating 150 years of their rights for the Juneteenth. And activity starts Friday, Saturday, and Sunday this weekend. So y'all be a part of that. Y'all can come out at Gerard Park Sunday all day long. They got the fun day for the family.
What is that date again?
June the 20th, 21st.
June 21st this year. Okay.
And Gerard Park activity is gonna start from 9 in the morning until.
Okay, and so what is the name of this event again?
Juneteenth celebration.
Juneteenth. Okay. Celebration. All right. Now, you know, we want to put this all over, and we want to tell people about it, not just verbally say it here. I'd like to be able to post it in the different areas.
Yeah, they're going to have free food, games, go-karts. It's a fun day for the family.
There you go. There you go. Let's talk about some other things. What do you think's fun? Well, name some things you like to do as a teenager.
To be honest, things I like to do as a teenager, I like to be in the house watching my little cartoons, eating my little snacks, and just staying to myself. If I'm not doing things for the church, I'm at home helping my mom, but that's about it.
Well, that's a lot, and that's a lot to be said and a lot to be admired for, because let me tell you something. You could be out on the streets doing stuff you're not supposed to, so you are a good example that you can keep yourself busy, keep yourself clean. And what we need more is young people like you who want to make a difference, who actually do something, even if it's your own television show, or get out there and motivate other people. And with the Acadiana Open Channel, in fact, the last guest I just had on the program, I was sharing with him some of the shows that we do and how my heart is to get more youth on the shows and have them do their own shows like you. And he is originally from England. Now he's residing in Biloxi, Mississippi, but he's also a voiceover coach, and he himself knows a lot of kids that would love to be able to come out here and share some of their talents. So now we have another open door, and we have to tell people what we're doing, like you. Don't you go around kind of bragging a little bit about your being part of AOC?
I do, and Well, I don't have to brag. Like when people
I love to brag about AOC.
When they see me, they be like, "What's hot with Pop?" And so that gives me the idea that they do watch the shows. And if you can't catch it on the TV, we do stream it live on Ustream, and it's also on YouTube. So like, you have no excuse but to watch.
So if we open our mouth and we tell you, there's a lot of things that you can maybe check out the homepage of Acadiana Open Channel, AOCinc.org.
.org.
And what would they need to type in to get your show schedules, like the name of the show?
Okay. All you gotta do is type in "What's Hot with Pop." You can even go to YouTube and just type in "What's Hot with Pop," and I'm gonna come up.
There you go. Now also too, while I'm sitting here and I'm letting you answer this, it just flashed across my mind. This is also one of our new hosts of the kids show that we do call Acadiana's Kids Got Talent. And he did an interview, and I kind of hooked him into it, and I'm so glad that he decided he would be interested in doing another one that's coming up this weekend if possible. And so therefore, it's nice to have young blood in front of the camera interviewing young blood. And so the reason I use that term is I've got a publicist that does a lot for us free, and she loves to say, "Oh boy, more young blood." Guess why? Because we're a lot older.
Yeah.
But you know, things like that is important. I really want to tell you I am very blessed that you decided that you would be interested doing it when you can.
Oh,
you know, doing it when you can.
It was honored that you asked me to do it, because like all the young talent they have, why let it go to waste?
And see, if you're young and you're telling people about the show and you're also the host, my goodness, you can even say, "Hey, Miss City, there's this person. Would you be interested in this person?" I think we tried something and it canceled out. It worked out. Things just worked out anyway because I think we were all sick and whatever. But things do happen. But we do try to get topics in here, and my heart would be to, you know, eventually get the young hosts like you in front of the camera and get the young people behind the camera, which is why Acadiana Open Channel offers all these workshops. Geez, I wish this was around when I was growing up. Wow. I used to hang around, watch people do hair because there was nothing like this happening. I always wanted to be a reporter. I always wanted to work with a newspaper. Little did I remember that in high school I did become a reporter, and I feel like this is it. I love the story inside of the story. If someone would come up to you, Pop, right now, and they would say, "Pop," and they would share with you something they thought, would you go ahead and listen to them? And if it was a good thing, would you encourage them to be a part of AOC? And maybe, hey, our internet radio thing's still going on, right?
Yeah. I wouldn't just encourage if it was a good thing, but even if it was a bad thing, I would give them my ears and talk them through it, make sure that they understand that everything will be all right. There is a light outside of the tunnel and things like that. Like when I do a show with people, I don't just do the show and just forget about it. I text them every morning. I'll be like, "Y'all, good morning, have a good day." I keep in contact with my friends, and that's how you build a good relationship with people.
Well, I have to tell you that I totally do agree with what you just said, and that's the same kind of person I am, and like-minded people tend to hang around each other, and we like being happy, we like being busy, but we're normal people. But I want to tell you what you just said. You have no idea that when you text me on these things, like you say, "Happy this," or "Have a blessed day," or whatever, I'm like, wow, he's thinking of me. He don't even have to. Wait a minute, today is what day? You didn't have to do that, but it was always at the right timing. You never know. You know, it's always a good thing. It's always a good thing. Yeah. So right now I understand that there's so much going on, and you're keeping busy, but yet you have such a wonderful attitude. Most of the time, Pop, we do. Hey, I want to be happy. Forget it. I don't want to talk to nobody that's around me. Want to talk sad all the time.
Talk sad.
And then when I start wanting to come down a little bit, I don't want someone coming down with me. I want to get happy.
That's how I am. Like, I might not talk about it with other people, but when I'm in my room, then I let it show because nobody else is around.
Yeah.
Because the thing I hate most is when other people break down, and especially when you can't comfort them right at the moment.
Right.
That's the only thing I really hate the most. Like at funerals, I don't like going to funerals. I hate it with a passion. But if I have to go for the support, I'll go. But I just wouldn't look at people cry. That
means you have a big heart inside of that wonderful chest of yours.
I do.
And it's a good thing.
I get it from my mom and my grandmother.
Yeah, I can honestly say that's where I got mine too. And we love telling stories, so that I can honestly say I got that too from my, and we are basically products of our childhood if we choose to take the right path.
Right.
Because I can say with my childhood, I mean, I could have taken a totally different path than what I did, but I made the right choice. Why? Because that's just who I was created to be. Everybody has their own personality.
Yeah.
And the first time I met you, I kept looking at you and I kept saying, oh, actually, the first time I met you, I wanted you to be the host of the kids show, but it wasn't the right timing to approach you about it. And then another young lady came in who I had been knowing for years through another organization I was president of. And she is the youngest author in Louisiana, and that's Lauren Bello. And she is really doing things out there, and she's making a difference as a young person. So naturally, she came in as a guest, and as she grew, finally got her. Then I said, wait a minute, we need someone else also, and that's when I saw you. Then there's another young gentleman that's also here at KDN Open Channel, and he's not quite ready yet, but when the time is ready and he's more secure, he'll be part of this also. So we are very interested in representing the youth here. So what better way than to get someone like you? What would you say is needed as far as outside of what you're doing already? What kind of things would make great shows for youth? You got any ideas?
More teens helping. Like, the teens think it's just for a TV. We have more to offer for teens. Like, we have an audio booth for those who like to rap. We have an editing booth for those who like to get on the computer and edit things. We have a radio station. We have more things that the youth can get involved in than, like, I'm not gonna say older people, but older people. Like, they'll do more with it. Like,
well, now you understand why I need some young people in front of the camera. Because I mean, I'm a kid at heart. I'll always be a kid at heart. But let's face it, this body is not exactly matching this face. Thank you very much. See why I love this guy, everybody? He tells the truth. It's all funny, but it's the truth.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, why not get the person that's going to attract that youth and that interest? Okay, so I love creating shows, Pop. And I still want to do that show where KDN Open Channel gives us opportunities. So KDN's Kids Got Talent. We have showcased musicians. We have showcased authors. We want to go into also showcasing children with challenges. You know, everybody has a talent. We just have to find out what it is, and if you want to share it, then this is the place to be. But I have in my heart to create more shows and invite more kids to be hosts of the shows. You have any ideas that would work out that we could share with the audience out there? Just something off your head. I love to create. Thinking about.
To be honest, for me, I would say you do a KDN Kids Got Talent twice on a Saturday, like twice a month on a Saturday, and try to do it live.
Yeah,
because
I like that.
if you could get them in, they can watch it live instead of watching it after we record it and whatnot. Because you never know, maybe somebody want to call in and give your opinion on things like that. That's what I would say. Because that's what I started doing. I started doing my little talk shows live so I could get the outside people opinion on things, like what they would think about the topic.
Well, the only way I'm going to do a live show with the KDN's Kids Got Talent is if you want to volunteer and be the host that day.
Oh, no problem.
Well, that's the deal. You see, we've been asked to do that already. And people are excited. And I know for a fact I took part in a show that our director was part of called The Q. And we happened to just grab a young person off the street one day, put him in front of the camera. All of a sudden, everybody from his school was calling in. They joked around and called it the Kids Name Show.
The Kids Name Show.
You know, whatever the kid's name was. He had people calling. I mean, the phone kept ringing, and finally the director started playing around. They started laughing, and they were putting the name of the kid on the screen like he was the host, the director, and all this. But that is what made us realize that if there's something on there or somebody who likes somebody, they're going to call. And what's this about? It's about having fun.
Yeah.
We can be serious, but we can have fun, too.
Fun at the same time.
Yeah, I like that idea.
And they're not just going to call, but they're going to come in and want to do it themselves.
Right.
So that's what I'm saying. If you do it live, you attract more people. Because they got people out there that be watching the open channel.
I'm surprised.
And yeah, I'll be surprised, too, on the people that be watching.
In fact, I ran into someone yesterday. Go, I know you, and they go, I watch you. I see you on TV all the time, and I'm thinking, yeah, there's always something I'm involved in or whatever. But that meant, wow, they really know you. Now I don't even. I always want, what show? What show was you watching? You know, and they said all of them. I'm like, oh, okay, well that's good. You know, but you know, Pop, that is something that I've been thinking about. And I do know a lot of these, there's some talent out there that we've had on the show already that actually do a lot of traveling. And that would be great, you know.
That would be another thing, go out in the streets and do shows. Like, instead of just being in the studio, go out in the street and do shows.
Now, I've done stuff like that in the past with somebody else, but then again, too, there's certain arrangements have to be made through AOC to be able to do that. But you're right about that. I love outside events, and I miss the fact of going out there and doing that and filming it.
Yeah.
You know, because anybody, that's another thing too, good grief. If you got, you know what I'd like is a lot of kids are shy. They don't want to come on TV. But you know what? If someone would go film their craft that they're doing, we could always take the footage and we could feature it on a non-series. There's so many ways that we can showcase and share your talent out there. Young people that just getting connected with us would be interesting to take it. Well, I know we probably have about 3 minutes left in the show, so let's talk about things that maybe you have planned in the future. Anything particular as far as creativity?
Well, right now I've never been thinking of nothing.
I love it when you're honest like that. You've been thinking about nothing, okay.
Well, I'm concentrating on the youth choir tour. We're going on a tour on Lake Charles. We're going to be leaving the last week in July. And
Who you with, the youth choir? Who's that through?
St. Paul.
Okay.
The Rising Star Choir.
Oh, okay.
And we do that once a year, like every summer we do it. Just to show the young ones that they could get out and do more things than just have fun on the vacation. Like, last year we went to the local diner where we was in Shreveport at.
Yeah.
We went to the local diner. We fed them. Like we had fun, but we were still on vacation having fun. It's like a learning vacation because you learn as you do. You do as you learn.
That sounds wonderful. And so when is that going to take place?
The last week in July, we'll be leaving that Sunday and coming back that Friday.
Okay, so you're going to have a nice few days of learning.
A few days.
All right, all right. Well, I have enjoyed talking with you on the show. I always enjoy catching you, and I hear you sometimes and got to find where you at because you pulled stunts on me.
Not
like
really.
Earlier. Fun things.
Yeah, a little fun things.
Miss Sudie, hello. Okay, well, we're looking now at two minutes into the show. And just wanting to invite Pop, as he's known around here, to come in and share some of the things that he's involved in with the Acadiana Open Channel. He also has his own show, What's Hot with Pop?
What's Hot with Pop?
Some of the things that you've had on your show, you want to briefly mention, like, okay, you mentioned the little, the 5-year-old talking French.
She was talking French. We also did an etiquette class. Interview with the Martin Luther King contestants from last year and this year. It's just things like that.
Yeah, so do you have a plan, or you just kind of go by the flow?
Just go as it is. This Tuesday, one of the girls that was in the pageant with me, she want to come on, and she's gonna talk about life in the country.
Wow, that's gonna be interesting.
She's gonna talk about life in the country, so I'm looking forward to that.
Wow, then you gonna have special questions, or you just gonna kind of have a good time?
Yeah, have a good time with her. Go as they flow.
There you go. Well, it's at the end of the show now, and I want to thank Acadiana for tuning in. And this is Louisiana Heartbeats, and I have had on my show Marquedrick Durall, who we call Pop, and he has a show, and he's a young man still in high school, and his show's called What's Hot with Pop. Now, it airs how often again?
Every week.
Every week? Every Tuesday at what time?
5 o'clock.
5 p.m. on what channel?
15 and 16 with Cox and 3 and 4 with LUS Fiber.
And I want to thank you for watching Louisiana Heartbeats. Tune in every Tuesday night at 9 p.m. It just might be you or Pop that we're showcasing. If you have a vision or you have a talent, then try to get in touch with us and check out the emails or even call the station. Or better yet, go to your computer and check out AOCinc.org to learn more about everybody else in their shows. But until then, remember, What's Hot with Pop is every week, and
every week.
And Louisiana Heartbeats is every Tuesday night for us older people, like you said.
Yeah.
But now's the time. Young people, you have ideas. Let us hear it. Thank you for watching.